Understanding Mortgage Loan Modifications. Hello, my name is Bob Moran, Mortgage Planner and Director of Community Development at Financial Solutions Today. Welcome. Today we're going to look at what options are available to you when you're behind on your mortgage payments, also what to do if you're in a high-rate adjustable mortgage, even if you're not behind, and what can happen to you and your family if you do nothing. The thought to consider during this presentation is using a professional firm to represent a homeowner in a loan modification is the best way to ensure a successful outcome and save the home. About us. Before we dive into the details, who we are and how we have helped homeowners. We are Financial Solutions Today. Our headquarters are in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and we have a branch in Freehold, New Jersey. We're a growing company with a staff of about 25 employees. We are accredited with the Better Business Bureau and have an A rating with them. Our website is financialsolutionstoday.com. We're a member of the Somerset County Chamber of Commerce. All of the loan modifications we do are negotiated by our attorneys, and we're able to modify loans in all 50 states. And some background on me, Bob Moran. I'm the author of several articles in mortgage industry trade magazines. I'm the author of a business book called More Profits. Also, I have a blog on the internet called Mortgagewell. I've been married for 20 years, father of 5 children. I'm a former U.S. Marine Corps officer and a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. Why is this a topic of concern these days? Well, in our opinion, the family home is more than just a building. It's a place to live and raise a family. It's also more than your family's largest investment. It's a place of security for your family. The family home is a source of pride, source of security, and it has a sense of identity. It's a place that embodies the dreams and aspirations of all who live there. It's a part of the block you live on, your street, your neighborhood and town. It's where your bed is that you sleep in at night after a long day. And it's the place you go back to after you've been out all day at work or at school. How big a problem is the mortgage crisis? Well, according to an article in the Star Ledger, 10% of homes nationwide are late on their mortgage payments. According to Bloomberg.com, there were 5,000 foreclosures in New Jersey in January 2009, and according to the news, about 70% of American households are living paycheck to paycheck. Many have no savings to speak of, set aside for emergencies or large expenses. This exposes them to financial stress and uncertainty. Many use credit cards to borrow money to pay for food, gas, and other necessities. And according to MSN's Money Central, the average amount of credit card debt is about $8,000 per household. That's up from $3,000 per household in only 1990. The need is this: to be able to pay their mortgage and other bills on time on their current income. Okay, so it is a big problem. What solutions or options are available to the homeowner? Well, some of the solutions aren't much of a solution at all. They could hit the lottery, they could get a raise, they could find a higher paying job, they could take a second or third job, their spouse could start working, they could do something called the deed in lieu of foreclosure, which signs over ownership of the home to someone else. They could do what's called the short sale, selling the house for less than they owe on it. There's something called jingle mail, which is basically where people abandon their home and just mail their keys into the mortgage company. They could sell the home and then rent or live with family. Or they could try to refinance, but oftentimes the loan to value, in other words, how much they owe compared to the house's worth, or their income or credit issues can give them a difficult time of doing the refinance. Another option that some people consider is bankruptcy. What about the idea of doing a loan modification on your own? Well, you may give too much information to the bank and get denied. You could give the wrong information and get denied. Or you may give too little information and get denied. From our point of view, how would you know it's the only one that you've done? And we ask, why would you gamble with your family's home? What are the advantages of doing a loan modification with our company? Well, we're going to meet certain needs. One is you're going to have attorney representation all of the way. There's no disruption to you of your family life, no endless waiting on hold on an 800 number waiting for a customer service person to get back to you. Your kids will be able to stay in school and their activities and keep their friends because you'll be able to keep your house. Also, privacy. Your family, neighbors, and coworkers will be kept out of your private financial affairs if you did have your home foreclosed upon and had to move. Also, you're going to get a lower mortgage payment, which will make it easier to meet your expenses. You'll have money now available for things like savings, paying off bills, and perhaps vacation. You'll be able to build up a cash reserve rainy day fund for unexpected expenses coming up in the future. Also, there will be less financial stress in your home. You can finally stop arguing about money. The spouse can give up the second job, and the spouse can possibly stay home. So how does the loan modification process work? Well, there will be an initial consultation with one of our financial consultants. There'll be the collection of supporting documents, the fee, and signing the documents. There'll be a negotiation with your lender by our legal counsel. There'll be notification to you of the loan modification results. You simply then approve the modification documents and return them to the bank. That's all there is to it. I've seen many times that when people get foreclosure notices, they tend to go into shock. But what can happen if you don't modify your loan? Well, there'll be an increase in collection calls from your mortgage company, increased letters from your bank, your credit score will plummet, you won't be able to refinance because your credit score will be damaged beyond repair. Your bank will send papers that they intend to foreclose. You'll lose sleep and have increased difficulty focusing on your job and family, and the amount you are behind will increase dramatically. For example, a $2,500 payment balloons up to $10,000 after only 4 months. Some other things that can happen if you don't modify your loan: the bank could potentially offer you a forbearance agreement. For example, if you're $12,000 behind and they give you 6 months to make it up, that's an extra $2,000 per month. So you'd have your regular $2,500 a month payment in the example plus $2,000, which would be $45,000 per month. How would you ever be able to afford that? The bank would notify the county sheriff department. The county sheriff would post a notice on your door of the pending sheriff's sale. You could come home and find yourself locked out, and your personal belongings are out on the front lawn for everyone to see. What else can happen? Well, not to make matters worse, but when you go to look for a place to rent, many times now they pull your credit and you can get denied because they have a record that you don't pay your bills on time. You would need your first month's rent, a security deposit, and moving expenses, which would literally be thousands of dollars. You contact your family and perhaps ask them if you could live with them for a while. Your children would be telling their friends they won't be coming back to school because they're moving to a new town. Your children will also be telling your friends they won't be on the team or involved in their activities any longer because they're moving to a new town. And you could potentially have to take your children to a new school in the middle of the school year. Don't let that happen to your family. Talk to one of our financial consultants or call me, Bob Moran. We will assess your situation over the phone, and then you can set up an appointment to meet with us privately. I hope this time has been informative and well spent for you, and that you now have a better understanding of loan modifications and the process. I thank you for your time and attention.